How are you doing? Thanks once again for joining us on this YouTube channel that seeks to fill the knowledge and awareness gap regarding key government budget documents. So, today I'm joined by Mr. Dahir from Tana River County and also Asha Kudura from Kwale County. But today we are going now to talk about county budget implementation reports, and the person who's going to be key today in our discussion is going to be Dahir, now who's going to share more. And then Asha and I can ask questions if they arise. So if you have not yet clicked on the subscription button, kindly do so and click on the notification button so that you may be notified when we upload new videos. So, karibu. Tana River kukoaje?
Asante sana. My name is Dahir Daud. I'm a budget facilitator with IBP and Uraya. I come from Tana River County. Today I'll talk about budget implementation reports. Why? Because they're very important. Once the budgets are passed, then citizens need to track their budgets and see whether approved budget implementation is in line with what has been approved.
All right.
Or otherwise everything else will go haywire. So the most important thing is when we approve budgets, we need to track these budgets and see that expenditure is within what has been approved by the county assembly.
So, as we are speaking right now, we are talking about county budget implementation reports. And these reports are released on a timely basis,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes.
So, like, when are they supposed to be released? And when should citizens also be on the lookout of the county budget implementation reports so that they can know how their county is using the money that they were allocated?
Okay. These are quarterly reports. They come after every 3 months. So after every 3 months, so 30 days at the end of each quarter, the first reports come out. So that now the financial year starts in 1st of July, then July, August, and September. 30 days after September, so the first report will be ready by 31st of October. This report is very important. Why? Because it will tell you the performance of departments, the performance of revenues, the challenges that we had in the implementation of the said budget. Are there unforeseen things that we did not see that came up? Like in Tana River, sometimes we have floods, we have famine. So there are issues that come up. Maybe in other counties, there might be conflict, which was unforeseen. So resources will be reallocated. So it's very important to track and see whether what was promised has been done on, then if not, explanations are given. So every sector says we were supposed to do A, B, C, D, but we did A, B because we could not do C. Reasons are this. Then you go to revenue, you say in this quarter, we expected to collect around maybe 25 or 30 million. We did not collect that. We only collected around 15 million. Reasons, they will give a reasons. You say A, B, C, D. These are the reasons why we could not collect 15 million as compared to the previous quarter of last year, where we were able to collect around 30 million. This year we only collected 16 million, and they'll give reasons. So they are very, very important key documents. The problem is now counties don't publish and publicize these reports.
Why?
Why? Because there are so many errors and there are so many issues in implementation. So many of them have the budgets, but they don't implement those budgets the way they have been approved. So they now fear the public backlash that now if they upload such a document into their website, then CSOs, budget analysts like us, just go through the documents and would see, okay, this is what was been approved, and this is the way they spent their money in the first quarter or the second quarter or the third quarter. Then now, questions will be raised, and they don't want to be asked questions. there is very little transparency in regards to the way counties handle budget implementation reports. Very, very few counties publish and publicize those reports.
Now, let's say, for example, like now they have not published on their website. So is there another way the Mwananchi can access that document? Which office should they go to at the county so that they can get this particular government document so that they can read?
Oh, thank you very much. That's a very good question. We have two types of reports. The first one comes from the county treasury. So that is county quarterly budget implementation report. Then we have a report that is generated by the controller of budget, Office of the Controller of Budget. He also prepares quarterly budget reports for all the 47 counties. Now the problem is, if you get the Controller of Budget report and you don't get the county implementation report from the county treasury, how would you analyze and see whether the Controller of Budget reports is in tandem with the county budget implementation reports? Sometimes we've seen like counties like Baringo and Nyeri, who have been uploading budget documents into their websites. If you just get a copy and you get the Controller of Budget reports, there are variances, there are differences, there are discrepancies in the amounts, in figures and everything. So you'd wonder, now the Controller of Budget is the one who releases any exchequer money to the counties. County Revenue Fund must be approved by the Controller of Budget. Now in the reports now released by the Controller of Budget, he normally says counties prepare those reports late. So he had to rely on IFMIS generated reports. Now if you rely on the IFMIS generated reports, there's a likelihood that there would be variances, differences and discrepancies. But those reports from the Office of the Controller of Budget are uploaded into the website, so they can always visit that website, click and download, check your county, and you read through, you see the issues that have been raised.
So, Asha, is there anything that you'd like to ask to ask Dahir with regard now maybe to the county budget implementation report?
Yes, so I want Dahir to help the citizens know what is it that, why is it very important for us to have the implementation reports?
Once you pass the budget, we need to know the utilization of the money that has been approved. So if you don't track the progress of the money approved by the assembly, that is your money, in either county, Kwale, Tana River, or Makueni, that means you'd ensure, for the sake of transparency, accountability, and efficiency. We'd like to see, if you said you would build 10 schools in the first quarter, was that possible? If you said you would want to hire maybe 15 or 300 nurses or ECD caregivers, was that possible? Why wasn't it possible? What were the challenges? We also want to see our own source revenue collection. So the issues are, one, our own source revenue collection, then to the performance of different sectors in the county: health, agriculture, water, environment. So we want to see now a certain sector utilized around 15% of the money that was approved. Then agriculture only utilized 8% of the money that was approved. Why? The money came at the same time. So why this department used 18% of the money released and this sector used only 9%? What could be the problem? There are specific problems affecting specific sectors. So we don't want to see a situation where counties say, we could not do this because there was a late disbursement of funds. We know that is a big issue, late disbursement, especially in the first quarter. Most counties don't get development money. They only get development from the second, third, and the fourth quarter. But even with the recurrent budget that they get, the absorption rates are different. So what could be the problem? Because the money came at the same time, then you could see health utilized their money 18%, but water utilized only 6%. Why is there that difference? Should be explained.
All right.
Yes.
So, viewer, you've had our discussion today with regard to the county budget implementation report. So, what you can do is just Google the name of your county and also visit the county website so that you can see whether they have uploaded this particular document. And if they have not uploaded this particular document, there are various ways that you can access it, as was shared earlier by Mr. Dahir. So, thank you once again for joining us. If you've not yet subscribed to this channel, kindly do so by clicking on the subscription button and clicking on the notification button so that you can get updated on new videos that we upload. So I want to say thank you to you, Dahir and Asha from Kwale County for joining us. And I know you want to see them once again so that they can even share more about these key government budget documents. Asanteni.